Okay, hi everyone. So just gonna keep this as quick as I can. So I'm just setting this week's theme for the weekly pin-up challenge. I'm a member of the group. My name's Sharon, or my model name is Lexi Rose May. So this week's theme is going to be black and white, or preferably, if you can do it, zebra pattern. Now the reason for that is I'm a sufferer of a very rare illness called Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. Now, it is spelt like this. I've tried to write it backwards on the paper so you can see it. I've done quite a good job, if I do say so myself there. So that's how it's spelt. So it's Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. Now, it causes many symptoms. It's quite debilitating. It's invisible as well. Clearly, I look fine. I look like there's nothing wrong with me, but I suffer quite a lot and quite considerably from day to day. One of the main problems with EDS is our joints are too bendy. All of our joints can bend too far past what they should. So where a normal person's joints would probably stop at that point, mine will bend considerably further. And also I do it with my arms. I don't know if you can quite see that, but my arms all bend the wrong way, my knees go backwards too. One of the injuries we suffer a lot because of our condition is dislocations or subluxations, which are like half dislocations where the joint sort of slips but not fully out of place. Very painful. That's what I suffer with mainly. I don't tend to get dislocations, but they are very common with most people as well. But I get subluxations, so I'll be walking, my knees will slip out of place and it's very painful. I also get slipping rib syndrome, where I'll cough or laugh or something simple like that and my ribs will slip out of place. Hiccups are a nightmare. So that's very painful. You can probably imagine how painful that is. It causes internal problems with organ failures, organ issues with the tissues in the body are very weak. The collagen in the tissues is faulty. Collagen is a type of protein and it's a glue that holds all the joints and everything together in the body, keeping it stabilised. And we have faulty collagen, so our body doesn't do that. So our body is too flexible and floppy, so our joints are literally floppy, and it's quite a struggle to do things with very floppy joints, especially stand and walk, and it takes quite a lot of effort because you're walking on very loose and wobbly, unstable joints. I have knee braces that will stop my knees from slipping out of place, or that help. I have a wheelchair for my bad days, so I had to start it off with a manual. Couldn't manage it because my shoulders are just too weak and they are very painful, so I had to switch to an electric chair. Best decision I ever made. It was really hard, took a lot of courage to get in it for the first time, but on the same scale of things, I will also go to a rock and roll event, and occasionally if I'm having a good night you will see me have a stroll, and people judge me for that and think that oh, there's nothing wrong with her, she's fine, she's strolling, this, that and the other. But what they don't realise is that stroll then leads me to probably a further 3 days in bed, struggling with pain and joint injuries that I've caused that I don't even know I'm doing at the time. They just happen and then the pain comes after. I somehow sprained my toe strolling once as well, which was an interesting injury. Another thing we have is we stand up and our blood pressure drops, so we faint quite often or go very dizzy and very lightheaded, very woozy. I have to grab onto things sometimes when I stand up, because to steady myself, which let me tell you is really fun when I'm on stage. I'm a performer, I'm a singer, and I'm in 2 bands, the Del Sharons and Whiskey Jean and the Chasers. They're both 1950s rock and roll style bands, and so I'll be getting up to come off stage and then I'll go dizzy and I have to try and act graceful and still walk across the stage without trying to cling on to all the mic stands and furniture and everything that I pass and instruments as I go past. So it has its struggles. I have to sit down to perform. I can't stand for long periods of time. The pain's just too intense, and the injuries that I cause myself from doing that are just too severe to be able to do that. People don't understand why I sit down to perform on stage, because again, it's an invisible illness. I look perfectly okay, but I'm not. So it's very easy to get the wrong idea and wonder why I'm sitting down and think that I'm probably just lazy or whatever. But it is just it is purely because I have to. So, but I get round it, and I'd rather be sat down performing than not performing. So there's always that. Some of my internal organs don't work. They won't work properly. They are for some reason don't work, and that is my bowel and my bladder. So I'm not going to go into too much detail on things like that, because obviously it's a bit hard to talk about and difficult and embarrassing. But they're not just simple problems. They're problems that the function of it just will not work correctly because of the way my body is structured. So yeah, it's a very complex and horrible condition to have, and it's very rare and very unknown. It took me until I was 26 years old to get diagnosed. I was 6 when I first had symptoms. That's how serious it is. I saw 4 rheumatologist consultants in this country. Not one of them even picked up on the fact that I had hypermobility, never alone EDS. It is so important that people raise awareness for this, because people are going undiagnosed for far too long, and then by the time they're diagnosed, further complications have happened because they weren't prevented in the first place. We need awareness for this illness, so with your help we're hoping to do that this week with the zebra pattern theme, or black and white. So I hope you have fun trying to create that. I can't wait to see what you all come up with. Thank you so much for watching this video, and if you're still watching now, amazing, thank you so much. It really does mean a lot to me that you have gave me the time of day to just watch this video. So thank you so much, and enjoy the theme, and I can't wait to see what you come up with. So thank you everyone, I'm Sharon, and bye.